We're 1 month down in 2024, and I'm curious about how your plan for reaching your goals in 2024 is going. Maybe you haven't really made a plan. Maybe you made a plan and you forgot about it. Maybe you're already off track. Well, whatever your case is, in this episode I will ask you 6 questions. And the purpose for this episode is to not only for you to have a goal for this year and have a high level idea about how you're going to reach that goal, but also to give you tools, practical tools, to start actively and productively working on them. The only thing you have to do is to give answers to these questions. So grab a pen and paper or listen to this episode on a later moment and answer these questions. Hello and welcome to the Online Business Insights podcast. My name is Phyllis and I'm a business strategist and business mentor. I am your guide in growing your online business, and in this show we will be talking about doing online business, growing your business, productivity and so much more. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review and to connect with me on Instagram. Enjoy today's episode and we'll talk again next week. Before we start, it's important that you know what your goal is for this year. Maybe you've set a certain revenue goal. So it's important to first write down what that goal is, so you can answer the 6 questions in the light of that goal. Question 1. Are you confident that you can achieve this goal? And if not, work on that trust and answer to yourself, how can I increase my confidence? Because a goal may be a little bit scary, but if you're completely out of confidence and think, I will never ever be able to reach this, and it only stresses you out, then it's not really a smart idea to go for this goal. So be sure that you're confident that you can achieve this, and you don't have to have the exact answer about how you're going to achieve it. You don't have to be, it's also important to not have a goal that you're like, oh, easy peasy, I don't have to do anything for it, because that's also not a good goal to work towards too. It really needs to stretch you, but not in a too scary and stressing out way. The second question is, what are you going to do differently compared to last year? What worked in your approach of last year and what didn't? Because you are already an entrepreneur, so that means that you have experiences in previous years from which you can take lessons. So take a moment to think about what were the things that worked good and what were the things that didn't. Question 3. What are the actions that you are going to take to achieve your goal? And make this concrete. Make it that it's not, I'm going to start a podcast, but then, for example, make it in May of this year, I will launch my podcast. So you need to make it specific. And that's also when you say, I want to create an online course. That's not good enough for an action. You have to say, my online course will go live at the 1st of July, for example. So make sure that you are making your actions specific as possible, because this increases the chances that you actually are going to do it. Question 4 is, how do you deal with setbacks and decline? Stuff that is not going the way you expected. Things that are creating a hurdle, making it harder for you. Can you maybe already identify what might be going wrong? This is super important to think about now, because now you're in a positive mindset. You're like, I'm going to reach these goals. So if you now already think about the stuff that can go wrong, and you can already create an action plan about how I'm going to resolve it, this will help you to go over them way more quickly. and you will be able to proceed on your journey to actually achieve your goals. Fifth question, how do you arrange accountability? Will you be working with a business buddy? Will you be working with a friend? Will you be working with a coach? The way that you create your accountability will show for yourself how seriously you want to reach this goal and how committed you are to it. Because it's not just about setting a goal. It's important to be involved in reaching it and to be certain about the steps that you're taking to achieve it. And the way that you create your accountability is one clue about how seriously you are taking this. The sixth question is, how can you make your goal smaller? You've probably started off this exercise with writing down an annual goal, probably that revenue goal. Can you turn that goal into quarterly goals for every quarter of the year? And then not just divide by 4, but make a certain building up system in it. And then turn it into monthly goals. Because if you turn it into a monthly goal, you're way more likely to start working on them actively because it's not that far out of reach. Like, for example, if you set a goal for the whole year, then you're like, oh, I still have the whole year ahead of me. Why should I do my tasks now? Why should I be working on it now? I can also do something different. And oh, this is maybe also interesting to do. That's not really efficient. So if you turn your yearly goal eventually into monthly goals, you're like, okay, I'm in this month now, so I have to do a little bit of extra work now. I have to do a bit of extra outreach. I need to get one more client, for example. So it will motivate you way more to start actively working on it again. As you've noted, all these questions will make sure that you're more motivated, that you're better in the known about what to do, what actions you need to take, and also do it with a more strategic point of view. Because you've actively thought about all aspects of that goal, and you didn't just say, I want to get a revenue of, for example, 100K. No, you made it way more within reach. I'm curious about your findings from these questions. I would really like it to hear from you about this. You can send me a message on Instagram. My Instagram channel is phyllis.bc. And I hope to see you at the next episode of this podcast. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and leave a review. And then I hope to see you next time. And I wish you a lot of success and luck with creating your plan for the year of 2024. Have a nice day.